So you don't have time to consume an entire podcast, that's okay. Enjoy the highlights on TRS Clips. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell icon. Could you like draw out what you look for as a casting director?
So to be honest, there is no right answer for this because it really depends on what we are casting for. Every time the requirement is different. But I would say a few things that are really important, or if I had to put down bullet points, it would be, and more than I'll not get into like looks and stuff, or even like you said, dancing and stuff, because I feel like all of those things are definitely secondary to what is most important. Most important thing is that firstly, you have a good work ethic. Now, that is, I think, universal. It's not only in casting, or if you want to become an actor, you need to have a good work ethic.
You look out for that?
Of course I do. I want actors to come prepared. I want them to be on time. I want them to put in some effort into looking a certain way, follow the brief that you've been given, learn the scene and come. Don't only learn your lines. You know, like these things, and this comes under an ethic of work, right? If you've chosen a certain department or you've chosen a certain career, you have to then give respect to what you've chosen. And all these things are really important, and maybe more so important than being some amazing dancer. I think in today's time, we are focusing way more on how well you've done something, like how well you've done a test, how well you've prepped for a test, how well you've given a test over any dancing or any of that. And like, to be honest, right now we're in a time where even looks, of course, you have a slight upside if you're like a pretty person, if you're like a nice looking guy or you're a pretty girl. But I think that will definitely not take you all the way. You have to be a combination of both. And there is very well space for people that may not have the best looks or aren't conventionally good looking, but you're a solid actor and you're very hardworking. There is a place for you. Very often from actors is that when they'll come and meet us like fresh off the board, they've never done anything before. They've just about done a 3-month program of acting, and they'll come and they'll be like, you know, actually, I'm only looking for leads. Which is like, now I'm laughing on it, but it's one thing that I would tell actors to never say. Because you want to look for good work. You want to look for, to work hard. You want to work with good directors. But you don't want to look for leads. Also, you're a person sitting in an office space that nobody knows about. So till you don't prove yourself, why will someone give you a lead?
Let's dial back a little bit, okay? So let's take someone self-made like Vicky Kaushal, and let's take a female actor who's self-made. I don't know, name someone. Like by self-made, I mean completely from outside the industry.
There's so many.
Someone who's upcoming, who's Mrunal.
Yeah,
okay?
Mrunal.
If someone wants to reach where Vicky Kaushal and Mrunal Thakur have reached right now, before they come to a casting director, you said that you want them to be a trained actor. So I'm assuming acting workshops, acting courses.
Yes.
What else is the prep?
I would definitely, more than like dancing and horse riding and martial arts and all, to be very honest, I would say definitely be trained. Go and get yourself a course. You don't have to go to someone who's extremely expensive. You can even do like a theatre workshop. You can work as an actor backstage in theatre. Also, I won't completely say that it's only way to do is to learn via a course. To be very honest, the auditioning process is very much a learning experience also. So any actor who's new and they don't or can't go to a program where they do a 3-month stint or a 1-year stint, they can actively start going for auditions. Like, go for as many auditions. It doesn't matter if you want to take on the part. It doesn't matter if it's small or it's big. You have to start that process. Like, start with doing a lot of auditions and you learn a lot from that. If you ask Mrunal and probably even Vicky Kaushal, who have both tested like crazy. Like Mrunal, I know I did a live with her during the lockdown, and she said that she learned acting through auditions because that's how many auditions she was like in and out giving auditions. But even Vicky, I know that he's been through a process of auditioning. He's done the drill. So I think that's really important. You can't just walk into a place and be like, actually, there are 2-3 girls are there in the film and all. I know I don't want to be one amongst the 3. I'll get stuff. Like today, I think the younger generation has become a little bit smarter. They come more prepared. Gen Z, I got to give it to the Gen Z because they are coming more prepped for auditions. We have seen a shift where we're seeing better auditions. The percent of auditions that are good is more than what it used to be like even 5 or 6 years ago. So I know that the younger generation is prepping and coming for auditions, which is amazing. That is good energy.
Very straight up question to you. Why didn't you get into films? I feel like, the way you look and all, you could have gotten. No, but for real. And also with the know-how.
So I did do some theatre. So I'll tell you, I went to Lee Strasberg to study. So that's where I got which has helped me a lot of the information that I have of how you should be in front of the camera, because I was doing a lot of in front, or I had teachers who were teaching me, and I was a student of acting. I also think that it's very tough, yeah.
Yeah, I want to know this part. Like if someone actually comes and says, oh, be in my mainstream film as a lead hero.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Why?
Because I feel like, to be honest, I don't think I'm cut out for an actor's life. I think the part that that is fun is the part of doing scenes and scene work and stuff that we do in the office. But the real deal is completely different from an audition room. It's a lot more. I think that actors are not given enough credit for the hard work they put in. The amount of days that it takes, day in and day out, sometimes away from your friends and your family for months together, staying in hotel rooms on your own. I think there's a lot that people don't see that's beyond the glamour of the industry.
So when I was about 24-ish, YouTube had taken off and everything. And there was both acting opportunities and business opportunities. And I was a kid, so I didn't even know what I wanted. I was dating someone at the time who said that, listen, my parents won't agree for me to date you if you become an actor. Okay, and I said, okay, I guess I'll do business then. So that's how business started in my life.
Okay.
And I love it because that was what was natural to me. Like I love doing what I do.
Sure.
Now at this stage, I've met a lot of actors. I have a lot of actor friends. And every time I look at their life, I'm like, I wouldn't be able to do that.
No, even I feel like that.
There's too much scrutiny. Like
that too. I never even reached the media part. That also.
I feel like I've been for screenings and I've seen that even, the lead actors at that screening are always kind of a little uptight about the fact that everyone's eyes are on them.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to enter a room like that. Like
that energy.
Yeah, I love attention, okay? Like I love the attention we get as YouTubers.
Yeah.
But that's how much I want. Like I want to be able to go on the road, buy fruits.
Same.
All that
or
shit.
Or go out for a nice meal in the city without like people just staring down your throat. Yeah. I think it's what people see, the glamour part is very different from the reality. And I do know that for that reason, actors sometimes prefer to go between each other's homes. But I feel like I'm such an outdoorsy person that I would find that really
outdoorsy.
Tough.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I want to be on the move. I want to have a normal life. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to go wherever I want, eat good food and not have all of that attention. Sometimes it's tough, right? Because you can't switch off from the attention, especially if you're like a big actor in India. So that's why a lot of them travel, because that's where they get their time off.
No, fair.